Today I want to show you how to play a song I wrote called the Coffee Bean Slack Key. This is a very simple song and I think just about anyone can learn how to play it. One great thing about this song is that I think it works at different tempos. You can play it at a slow tempo, a medium tempo, or a quick tempo. If you're a relative beginner, you're new to slack key, or finger picking in general, it's important to play the song at a very slow tempo that you're comfortable with. If the examples in the lesson are too quick for you, feel free to slow it down until you're comfortable. If you're a little bit more intermediate or advanced player, it may be fun to learn the song and try to improvise around it as well. To that end, I'll probably record several different versions of the song so that you can see it played at a slow, medium, or fast tempo, and then I'll probably record a version where I improvise around it some. And if you want, feel free to practice along with these versions. I probably won't record it with a click track or a metronome, so the tempo may vary a little bit. But if you have a metronome, it's not a bad idea to practice with that if you want to start off at a very slow tempo and gradually increase your speed. That's always a great way to practice a song. So Coffee Bean Slack Key has two parts, an A section and a B section. And it basically just goes back and forth between those sections until you feel like it's a good time for the song to end. We'll start off learning the A section, then we're going to go through and learn the B section. And once again, when you're practicing the song, I think you want to start off at a slow tempo, and it's probably helpful to practice playing these sections back to back. Learn the A section, learn the B section, and then practice switching between them. Go from the A to the B, back and forth. That'll help you get the transition down, and before you know it, you'll be playing the song. Okay, so that is a little bit about what we're going to do with the Coffee Bean Slack Key. With that, let's go ahead and start the lesson and learn how to play this song. We're in Taro Patch, otherwise known as open G tuning. Okay, we're going to start off with the A section of the song, which just goes back and forth between a G chord and a D7 chord. So we're going to start off with this G shape here, which is on the 3rd string 7th fret. You can play that with your first finger. 2nd string 8th fret, 1st string 9th fret. And you can just use your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger for each of those notes. The next shape is D7. There's two different ways you can play this. It's going to be 1st finger on the 3rd string, 5th fret. And then one way is to just bar your 3rd finger across the 2nd and 1st strings at the 7th fret, or you can use your 3rd finger for the 7th fret 2nd string, pinky for that same fret on the 1st string. Right? So there's the D7 shape. You can play it either way, whatever works. Then we go back to G, and then we do a walk down with these shapes here. They're just two notes, so it's a double stop and not a chord. And we're going to play the 3rd string on the 11th fret, 1st string on the 12th fret. And so the 2nd string is left out. You can take the fleshy part of your 1st finger, lean it against that 2nd string to mute it. So the walk down is going to go this shape here, same shape, 2 frets lower on the 9th and 10th fret, and then down here, this shape on the 5th and the 7th fret, right? So this is, again, we're leaving the 2nd string out. It's like the 3rd string and 1st string notes of this D7 chord. We're just not playing the 2nd string. So if you want, you can even use your pinky to get that, because then we go back to the full D7 shape there. And then at the end, we play this shape for G. And we're going to leave the 2nd string out as well. Sometimes you can play that with this shape, but we want to leave it out because we're going to play this one on the 3rd string 4th fret, 1st string 5th fret. Then we're going to move everything down a fret. So on frets 3 and 4 there. Then we're going to move it back. All right. So those are all the different chords and shapes that we're using for the A part. So just to run through those again real quick. It's going to be G, D7, D7 again, G, G again, and then this walk down here, and then D7, and then for G, we're going to play that. Okay, so those are all the shapes in the A part. We've just gone through those. Now let's look at the picking pattern. With the right hand, we're going to try to play the third string notes with our index finger, second string notes with our middle finger, and first string notes with the ring finger. You don't always want to do this, but it's a good rule of thumb a lot of times in finger picking to use these fingers, rule of thumb. And I think it works well with this song. So you don't always want to use this particular string assignment in every song all the time, but I think here it'll work. Except when you're playing the double stops, some people just use these two fingers, the index and the middle, like that. So really whatever works for you is okay, but for most of the pattern, I think lining the fingers up this way makes sense. So next, let's look at the picking pattern. It's basically a repeating motif that we're doing with the right hand across these chords pretty much throughout the song. It's similar for the B section as well. What we're going to do is play these strings. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the pattern right there. If we count it out, it's going to sound like this. I'll count it out in eighth notes. Ready? Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're playing these strings 1, 2, 3 on beats 1, 2, and 3. And then for that first end of the first bar, we pick the first string again on the and of 4. Going to the next bar, we're going to play strings 1, 2, and 3 on beats 1, 2, and 3. So I'm just going to play through, see if you can follow along. I'm just going to play through the melody part so you can see how it goes. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Similar count for the walk down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So let's go through. Okay, so let's play through with the bass line now. For G, it's going to be eighth note alternating bass on strings 5 and 4. And for D7, it's going to be strings 6 and 4. Okay, pretty standard stuff there. And we're going to be playing a little bit faster clip here. I'll count it off. 1 and 2 and. Ready? Go. Okay, let's take a look at the B section now. We're going to start off here with the C chord. It's actually C with G in the bass because our thumb is going to be hitting 5 and 4 as the alternating bass pattern. And to hold down this chord, we're going to use third finger at the first string, second fret, first finger at the second string, first fret, and second finger at the fourth string, second fret. So the picking pattern for this chord is going to be the same one that we saw for the first bar of the A section. The melody part's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1 on beats 1, 2, you're hitting that first string note again on the end of 4. And that's actually going to be the picking pattern for the first 3 bars of the B section. So we're starting off with the C chord. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and to a G, which is all the strings open except for the 6th string. So it's going to be the same picking pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go to a D7, which is the first finger on the 2nd string 1st fret and 2nd finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. And this pattern is going to be the same with the right hand, except we're going to be playing the 6th and 4th strings in the bass. That's the alternating bass. So this one is going to be the same rhythm count though in terms of the melody. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to G. Except this one, we don't play that first string note on the end of 4. We just play 1, 2, 3, and let them ring for the rest of the bar. Okay, so now I'm going to play through the first 4 bars of that B section now. Start off with C. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and G. 1, 2, 3, 4, and D7. 1, 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, let them ring. C again. So now we get into the second 4 bars of the B section. We start off with the same chords, the same picking patterns. It's going to be the same except for the last part of it. So we start off with C, that's the same. G, that's the same. Then the last 2 bars are going to be different. It's going to be D7. This picking pattern starts off the same. The melody strings are going to be 1, 2, 3, and then on the end of 4, we're going to play the 3rd string note now. And then we go to G, and we're going to play 3rd string open, 2nd string open, 1st string open, 1st string 5th fret. Okay? And the count of that is going to be 1, 2, and 3 for those notes on the G chord. So those last 2 bars of the B section, it's going to be from the D7, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? So that is the B part right there. Okay, so let me play through the B section for you now. We're going to start off with this same picking pattern for the first 3 bars. The first bar is going to be C. So we have C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4, and D7, 2, 3, 4, and G, just strings 1, 2, and 3 on the melody. Then C, 2, 3, 4, and G. Okay, this part's the same, right? Then D7, this one's a little different. Pick 3rd string, and then we have G, 2, and 3. We have that different ending there for G. So that is the B section. Okay, so that's the coffee bean slack key. We learned the A section and the B section, and once again, I think you want to practice playing them back to back so that you can practice transitioning from the A section to the B section, back to the A section, and so on. Once you do that a few times, I think that's pretty much how you play the song. I have some links below and at the end of the video where you can find different recorded versions of the song with different tempos and then the improvised version. Hope this lesson has been helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. What I'll probably also do is record a quicker tempo version of the song where I improvise over it. So the thing about these kind of simple song structures is that they're fun to play through A, B, A, B, A, B, done, but it might be nice to have some variation so you're not playing the same A section every time. For example, you can add some variations to like the verse or the A section when you play through it. If you're a little bit more intermediate or advanced player, I think it'll be helpful for you to kind of see how you can take a very basic song like this, change the tempo around, add some improvisation to it, and that's really where the fun and creativity of playing, slack key or any kind of fingerstyle guitar comes into play. Today, I want to show you how to play a song I wrote called the Coffee Bean Slack Key. This is a very fun, simple, easy to learn tune